Hello, my name is Daniel Price, and I'm the VP of Operations for Customer Impact. We're very excited about this new program with PatientPoint and happy that you are a part of that team. I felt it was important to provide an audio file because we've sent out a lot of information on your guidelines, work orders, call sheets, and many receiving parts and materials from some sites, so we know there's a lot happening with this, and we appreciate your attention to the detail we put into each document that we've sent. There are a few main things I want to go over with you about this project. First, it's a big opportunity not only for customer impact, but for you, the rep. This customer will have programs visiting offices almost every month of the year. Some projects are larger than others and more concentrated in areas of the country, but our goal is to create a dependable and trustworthy team that we can count on that would get this ongoing work in their area every time it's available. Since this is a big opportunity for us and you, I wanted to make sure we do right by PatientPoint the best way we can on this very first run. Here's a few things to always remember. Number one, be polite. As much as you can, just be nice and helpful with whoever works with you at these offices to service the displays. Number two, be professional. Please have a neat and clean appearance. No flip-flops or smelling heavily of smoke, etc. This is a doctor's office environment, and so we need to be respectful of that. Number three, ask questions. If you're confused or need help or an explanation, call our offices at 1-800-677-2260 extension 6, and you'll get a support team member here to help you during normal office hours. Number four, ask questions at the office. If you get stuck or confused or a display doesn't look right, ask the office contact to help you. Number five, get to know the office contact a bit when you're there. If you plan on doing these PatientPoint service calls for us on an ongoing basis, this is the first of many times you'll be talking to these folks, and my guess is your relationship will develop with each visit with them, and then they'll be more flexible with you maybe in the future regarding appointment times to service, etc. Number six, just be honest, be accurate, and take your time. Please don't race through the questions. Even if you're on your 20th location and you've seen the questions over and over by then, just try to carefully read each task on the app because it's there for a reason. Speaking of the Go Spot Check app, here's a few things I want to cover on this mission. Number one, do not start your mission until you get to the site. This is very important for our geo coordinates. Starting the mission is where you get geotagged, and the client wants this to be at the doctor's office. You can start the mission outside in the parking lot and read through it, but just try not to start the mission until getting to the site. Accordingly, the geotags also hit when you submit a mission at the end. So please try to submit the mission while still in the office or just outside in the parking lot if you can't get service indoors. At least submit it so the app starts processing the data, as I know some of these locations it might take a while for the full mission to sync through. Finally, this mission uses what is called a searchable list. We haven't used this very often in previous missions. For each site you go to, it should bring up the exact associated exam rooms with that site. You will need to fill out the information for all of the exam rooms before you can submit it. This part's a little hard to explain unless you see it, but basically when you get to the part of the exam room servicing, it will say select all that apply. You can either select each exam room one by one, fill out the information, and then back up and hit to the next one, or you can select them all at once and then go into each exam room, fill out the information, and back out. Either way, you need to fill out the information for all the exam rooms before it will allow you to submit the mission. And when I say back out, I mean after you've submitted all the information for a certain exam room, if you just hit the back arrow in the top left corner, that should take you one screen back and you should see your other exam rooms to then click on and fill out the information for. If you want to practice this, we have added a searchable list task to the Welcome to Go Spot Check practice mission that I think most or all of you have on your mission list. And I would encourage you to go practice that with the searchable list to understand that a little bit better. At this point, hopefully you've begun calling offices to arrange visits. Remember to ensure you do that before making your visit at the office physically, that you have to call in advance. And when you call in advance, we need to confirm they've already received the materials for that office. As I mentioned earlier, this is your first opportunity to make a good impression, so please be patient and polite when on the phone and trying to get a hold of the contact. But be confident and present yourself accurately as a representative of PatientPoint who is assigned to service the display racks in the exam rooms at that office. When you get to the office, we know the first time will provide lots of different scenarios. We're not going to learn it until we get in there, and you are our eyes and ears. And so just do the best to be patient and report anything you think we would need to know in the optional comment boxes on the app. We'll be viewing those daily, and so we'll follow up with you on anything that seems out of place or confusing so we can get a better understanding for future visits as well. Upon arriving at the office, please say who you are and ask for the name of the office contact first that you talked with. Let them direct you to the materials and get started. And again, lean on them and ask them for help. You know, it's okay to be honest and say this is your first time doing it. And we're a new vendor. And so if you ask them for any best practices or tips, again, those are just great steps to kind of get to know that office contact better. Some of you received materials for a small number of offices that require us to ship the materials to the rep. If you have a site like that and are a bit confused or got boxes that don't have weird labels, just call our offices. I believe we emailed some of the information to you, but I understand that can be confusing. Call us and we will help tell you what boxes those go to. Some of you also got boxes with replacement parts. On a previous run, something broke on the display or needed changing or fixing. So these are the materials that are supposed to help with that. I can't know what exact display needs attention as they didn't provide that information. So just keep them with you at the site as you go through each exam room. And if you do locate a display that needs fixing and hopefully you got the right materials, you can make that fix there. If not, just report it and we'll send more materials out so it can be fixed next time. You will be required to dispose of the old materials and brochures off-site. The best thing I would do is just use the boxes that the new materials come in to throw the old materials in, or bring trash bags to place the materials in. The office is not required to provide anything for you to help with this, so please be sure to bring trash bags or use those boxes in advance to bring the old information out of at the office, but it has to be discarded off-site. You can throw those away wherever you want. The final thing I want to discuss are the photos. The only photos we are requiring on this mission are the photos of each exam room display. All we need is one photo clearly showing the entire display in the photo. Please don't get up close to where we can't see the full display on that first photo. Make sure it isn't blurry and that you're far enough back to where you can capture the entire display in the photo. If there's something small in the display that you want to bring us attention to, you can use the second or the third available picture on that photo task to show those. But the most important thing by far is that you get one photo capturing the entire display rack after it was serviced by you. This is not only how we check your work, but it's how PatientPoint checks our work. The final thing I want to say is please print out the guidelines. Please use the work orders that we've tried to provide you. They're also available, the work orders, on each location when you start the program, the mission. You can tap on the info link at the top of the screen inside the app, and it would take you to a PDF version of that work order in case you needed information off of that. We've tried to provide you with the instructions the best way we know how, as well as those work orders, so you should have everything you need to successfully complete the visit. If you do need something, don't hesitate to call us. We're learning just like you are on this one, and that's what we're here for. So again, our number for our merchandising department and support is 1-800-677-2260, extension 6. Or if you know the extensions of the project managers who have been in touch with you already, please just feel free to call them. Their email addresses and phone numbers are in the signatures and the emails they've sent back and forth to you. Thanks again for your help, and if you need anything, we're here for you. Have a great day.